Welcome, acolytes. Today I'm actually going for Dr. Disaster. I bought him. Well, I don't know the creator personally, but he was featured in RevSays DSU video, and he actually got. I seen that video, and it was pretty impressive. So I'm gonna see. Well, impressive. It was actually quite fun and informative. As you know, I like those. Dustborn creator crashes out and gaslighting gamers. His game is massive flop. Let's just see what Dr. Disaster has to say about it. And let's start.
What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster.
By the way, there are two mixed feelings about his character. The one feeling is, the more negative one, I find him shitty. And the other feeling is, I find him fucking amazing. I don't know how these two are just connecting with each other. But on the one hand, as I said, shitty. On the other, I just find him, I don't know how. Maybe it's just the dislike of the mask, that it's, I don't like bionicle things or mechanical things. Because, well, Lich, life, death, duh. Probably more on the fantasy side. But this is amazing and shitty at the same time. I don't know why.
And it amazes me how some people absolutely prefer to live in delusion rather than admit very basic and obvious truth.
Yeah, it's normal. That's I'm not saying it's good, I'm saying it's normal. Because a lot of people, including me by the way, well, at least when I was younger, not now. I'm actually always trying to live in reality, as to speak. And I am sure that you also have some points in your life where you rather live in a, well, not directly delusion, I would say, non-truth, or maybe you twisted something, or maybe you don't even know that something's untrue and you assume it's true. But in the end of the day, it's normal, it's bad, it shouldn't be, but it's, yeah.
That is where we're at with Dustborn, where the director of the game is categorically refusing to say that they created.
Dustborn director, I don't see it, refuses to admit game was a flaw, projects criticism regarding stories writing. We don't feel we made a game that's primarily about politics. If you live in that kind of delusion, you're just fucked in the head. Let's just be honest. No, you're correct about that. This isn't this is a high quality delusion.
A flop.
Are you running a high fever, man? How could you conceive of something so idiotic?
In a recent interview, the game director of Dustborn said that the game wasn't political and that it wasn't a flop. I suppose this response should not be surprising. In order to have made a game that was this bad and this out of touch with reality and with gamers who don't want to play overly politicized bullshit, who just want to have fun and have some escape from reality, in order to be that out of touch, to make a game like Dustborn, you'd have to be this delusional.
Yes, but I would also argue that those people just never had to work a day in their life in any kind of way. They didn't know pain, they don't know how it is to actually lose something, they just live in pure fucking luxury. They're so delusional, they just don't know what any kind of actual struggle is. And this what they shown in Dust, I already forgot the name, on purpose by the way. It's just, those are people who don't live on our level. I know how it is to hunger. I know how it is to work a job where you just are in guts, blood and shit all the time. I know how it is to have a better job. I know how it is if you want to invest in something and just don't have the money. Or even to actually just give up something so your family can eat something. And those people don't know it. For them, the things they shown in Dustborn is suffering. Yeah, sorry, no, bullshit.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, basically.
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
This is the danger of living in an echo chamber and not talking to real people. You insulate yourself from harsh realities. And in the case of the people who form the modern audience, those people that made this game, and those people that this game was made for, they are trapped in a prison of their own minds. This director of Dustborn is clearly angry. The player count for this game is laughably pathetic, but he and his cronies need to believe that they are the majority and that actually what they think is super popular.
Yeah, and by the way, I am owning myself, but if their player count is lower than my views on some videos, then fuck it. I mean, Acolytes I love. Every single one that watches on the regular, there are a few that, and I am already actually quite surprised that I got 460 people that are just subbed, and a minimum of actually 30 people that watches, or 20, sorry, a minimum of 20 that just watch the videos regularly, and those are videos that do really bad. And I mean, I'm doing pure schlop content, so I am really surprised that it's going the way it's going right now, and I'm baffled. Just something positive right now, and I am happy to have every single one who actually talks with me per X, or just people who just say good job, just sometimes comment, just some. It's beautiful. And there are some toxic pieces of garbage, but they just get executed. It's fine.
Because otherwise, they are a bunch of fringe lunatics who would be better suited to the crazy house rather than a cushy job making video games. Meanwhile, gamers are left feeling like we're the crazy ones for noticing their insanity.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
That's why I love this. This is literally funny as fuck. Subscribe, literally dancing for your amusement. How many other channels do that? Ah, yeah. Okay.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI infected games pinned to the account at all times for your reference.
Oh! I cannot. Does he have this? Let's just see it. Bound into comic article, music, scanner, tracktop, Facebook. No, he's on X. Yeah, I have to look up his thing. I'm gonna insert the link down below if I don't forget it again. Because I do forget it, but I'm gonna do it.
My handle on that platform is Dr. Disaster 1.
Yo! Leave my friends alone. You're just in time. Let's show these guys what we can do.
For fuck's sake, is the... Oh my god, this is... Did you see... This is... It's not even cringe. It's overly... It's deadly cringe. It's yeah, I'm gonna just do this so I don't overtake Dr. Disaster.
Yeah, that's a small taste of how absolutely unbearable and insufferable this game really is. Dustborn was rightfully rejected. It was one of the worst received games I've ever seen, and it is infuriating to think that these jackasses who made it took taxpayer money in order to make it.
This is something that I am fucking angry about. Taxpayer money to make this fucking bullshit. It's disgusting.
It's even more infuriating to think that the director of the game won't take any responsibility for anything. He won't admit that what he's done absolutely doesn't resonate with anyone, and it was clear and obvious political propaganda. But this article from Bounding Into Comics really breaks it all down for us. The CEO of Red Thread Games and also game director of Dustborn gave an interview, and Bounding Into Comics wrote, Tornquist, who also served as the game's director, offered his thoughts on players' rejection of his studio's latest game during a recent interview given to Mikkel Lonning, the editor-in-chief of the Norway-based video game news outlet Gamer No, on the subject of the Dustborn backlash. To start, the dev was directly asked by his host about the accusations that the game was pushing a woke agenda, to which the developer asserted, "It caught us completely off guard. We were very surprised by the extreme reaction to the launch, and we had no plan for how to handle it."
You know what? I even believe this to a certain degree. Not the part that they actually didn't know it, that it's political. Why? Because in their circles, this is normal behavior. Out of touch circles, by the way. So maybe there is a little smidge of truth in it. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
This guy is lying, plain and simple. I mean, just look at the image at the bottom of what we're seeing from the article there. That is a screenshot from Dustborn. That is an actual character from the game. A purple-haired, nose-ringed, obese girl boss with a skin condition. There's nothing in that picture that could even remotely be classified as attractive to the average person. It was clearly made for the modern audience and not for the average gamer. You simply cannot tell me that the devs who made this weren't woke. Obviously they were, and this is disingenuous spin and pity farming. Oh, look at us. Poor innocent game devs who didn't do nothing. Those mean old gamers called us woke for no reason. Yeah, dude, this is literally a progressive fantasy piece, set in what they call a fascist America from the future. These people are either liars, or they're so deep in it that they can't even tell woke shit from normal shit anymore. They just can't see the forest for the trees.
Yes, and I think that you're on point with this, with the exact thing you just said. I think they just cannot, they are so detached from reality that they cannot see the difference between woke and not woke. And because they are just having such a luxurious freaking life that they don't even know that people actually have problems.
But we're going to skip down a bit to where it says, turning to discuss the game's actual content, Lonning then moved to ask his guest if he had expected any debate over some of the more obviously politically correct aspects of the game. In turn, Tornquist explained, yes, but we were never out to provoke. We just wanted to make a game with characters that are different. We didn't think it would be so controversial that a group would fight against a fascist regime, he detailed. I don't think many people want to live in a police state, and our version of the US is by no means the real America. Yeah, it isn't a mistake that the obviously woke schmucks in the game were the good guys, despite their outrageously selfish behavior. I don't buy this shit for a second.
Yeah, as I said my piece to that one, but for fuck's sake, the gameplay in the background, can you see how it looks so fucked? Okay.
But my favorite part is when this noodle brain is coping in real time, trying so hard to spin things so that his game doesn't sound like a flop. On the subject of the game's potential audience, Lonning inquired with his guest as to whether or not Dustborn, as claimed by critics based on its currently abysmal Steam sales numbers, was truly a sales flop. Dustborn is not a flop, Tornquist fired back. The game has received mixed reviews, but also a lot of positive feedback. Those who actually play it seem to enjoy it. Dustborn isn't selling as much as we would like, but we're proud of it and think it's a good game.
Yeah, of course, because it's easy if you just fucked up something and you actually got money from our taxes, not your own, but the taxes of other people, the money of other people, and you don't lose any like fuck all out of it. If it was your money, you would care.
Even though it's not an immediate success, it has sold far more than what people are saying online. I can say that. He further argued before admitting, our internal goals for Dustborn haven't been met, but that doesn't mean it's a flop. And in response to this, all I can do is just point out this chart here. This is the Steam chart for Dustborn. There are 4 people in the world playing this game right now. Billions of humans exist on this planet, and only 4 of them want to play Dustborn right now. Only 7 of them have played it concurrently in the last day at its peak. There are no other words. Nothing else I can say could possibly slap this guy down any harder than these harsh numbers.
No, he doesn't care. He didn't invest a dime in it. He doesn't care. It's
Reality
irrelevant.
is the ultimate splash of cold water on these woke dipshits.
No, they just gonna bend reality as they wish. Just remember how twisted Christianity, like religion, how much you can actually twist the minds of people. And I'm specifically talking right now about gay camps. You know what this was? And I remember them specifically because I actually watched a South Park Butters episode where it went about that. That's why I'm picking that one. You know how fucked it was? And even then, people thought that this is a good thing. So yes, you can twist people a fuck ton. Even like atheists that actually have no fucking way of just going in, no real stakes in it, actually bash other people just because of their beliefs. For fun. No, you can be fucking twisted. We're just repeating the same thing again and again and again. And right now, it's woke bullshit. So yeah.
But I'm going to leave it there. Drop some mockery of Dustborn and its game director into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Yeah. Dude, don't call for stuff like that. I like your stuff, by the way, but don't call for stuff like that. That's calling for mockery of someone is the step where you actually go in the place of being an animal. Don't do it. I'm not saying you are, but it's going in that direction. Just don't do it. Be civil about it. You may... Well, I mean... I'm gonna be honest, I like if people get what it comes to them. Not saying that, but I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I also wouldn't organize a group to actually bully someone to this point. Like you're doing right. I mean, you're not doing it in a direct way, but it's going in that direction. You know. But as it is, acolytes, agree or disagree. But as it is, good night.